Hey guys, what's up? Sensor here, and today I'm bringing you a gameplay on Hijacked Hardpoint. I recorded this game last night. I was just playing before I went out to Applebee's with a couple of my good friends, but I haven't uploaded in about 2 weeks, and I didn't anticipate taking off that long from my YouTube, but it's been a really stressful 2 weeks, and I've been through a lot in these past 2 weeks, a lot of loss, actually. So what happened to me was that the last couple of weeks, I've been playing with my team, the New York Thrust, myself. It was a couple of rosters. The rundown was, it was me, Clayster, Saints, and Fears, and we thought that was a really good roster. You know, all pros, all known players, all accomplished players. We thought we'd have a really good chance at Dallas. And then Fears wanted to get Bob, and once he told Saints that he wanted to get Bob, he pitched his idea to him. Saints agreed with it too. And to be honest, I agreed with it because the team wasn't getting along with Clayster, and we felt that we needed more presence on the hard point, but Fears could anchor, so it was logical, it made sense. It had nothing to do with his skill. I reiterated that a million times when we dropped him, when I said it to him. So we got Bob, and the team was just as good with Bobby, and we ended up losing to Clayster in round 1 of the qualifier, which was a heartbreaker. It was a 6-4 last map search, really close game. And then Fears couldn't play the next match, so we forfeited and didn't get any ranking points. And it took Saints until the last minute, right before Dallas, to say, hey, I want to go join Dare and play with them for MLG Dallas because they have a seed and it'll give me a better shot at getting the COD champs. And it's all business moves. It was kind of sketchy that he did it at the last second, at least if he could have been honest and said, if we don't get a seed, this is what I'm going to do. But, you know, everyone's different. That's what I would have done at least, but you know, what can you do? We moved on. We picked up Saint. We had a lot of confidence in Saint going into the event. We thought the team was just as good with Saint. Again, all the different rosters we had were really consistent and played pretty well. And so what happened was we got to Dallas. We scrimmed. And I didn't mention this, but a lot of drama happened a couple days before the event. Basically, Fears wasn't going to show up if we didn't get a hotel room, and he wanted Keemstar to buy the hotel. And I wasn't going to say this, but it's in the past, and it doesn't matter now. It's irrelevant. But I pretty much paid for my team's hotel so that the team would show up and compete, because Keemstar didn't want to pay for the hotel after all we've been through, and it was completely understandable. But Fears said that since we signed the contract, he should pay for it. But then again, the contract, it was kind of, there was some gray areas that could have been assessed, and I understand Keemstar's point of view. I was 100% with him, and I agreed that he shouldn't have paid for the hotel. So I told him to tell the team that he paid for it, he sent me the money, but in reality, I actually paid for it with my own cash. I just wanted to make my team happy going into the event. I didn't want any drama with my team, and I thought I made the right move, but what happened ultimately was that I failed. I failed as a leader, and I failed as a player. And it's a really humbling turn of events that happened to me at this event. So we had to play through the open bracket, and we ended up playing Soar in the second round, and it was split screen, and we beat him 2-0. And we actually tied the hardpoint first map, and then the second time we replayed it, Brian went huge, and we beat him by like 100. Then we beat him on CTF, and Brian was playing so good. Like, this dude was a freaking warrior on split screen. In a good way. He was playing really well. And then we went through all our matches, and we had to play Quantic in like the round before we got out of open. So if we beat Quantic, we would have to play FaZe. If we beat FaZe, we would have got out of open bracket. So things were looking really good, and we were confident. But I don't know what happened to us. We just came out flat against Quantic. We didn't play to our full potential at all. As a team, nobody really went off. We had a bad game, and we lost 2-0 to Quantic. We lost by like 100 on hardpoint, and we lost 2-0 on CTF, and it was pretty lame. I think Quantic played that match really well, though, to give them credit. We definitely did not play to our potential, but Quantic really surprised me. They played really well, and I thought they were going to do really good, but they got like top 8, I think, so they did pretty well. And we lose to Quantic, and then we had to go through the losers bracket, and we lose to Twisted Method 2-1, and that was a real heartbreaker for me personally. I've never placed out of the top 8 in my life. Twisted Method was a pickup team going into the event, and the same reason we lost to Quantic, just nobody, it just seemed like the vibe of the team was nobody cared, and that's pretty sad considering all the money that's on the line. I know everyone did care. There wasn't a player on the team that didn't care. It's just that we weren't clicking as a team, and Bobby, Fears, and Saint all could have success with teams. It's just, I guess, us as a team together, we just didn't get along. Not outside the game, but inside the game. I guess we just didn't get each other hyped and motivated. I could barely hear my teammates talk on the LAN event. It was really, really hard to hear them. I don't know why, but it was just a bad experience. You know, I always get hype on LAN, and I just didn't get hype at this event. At UMG, I was really into the game, and I played really, really well, but you know, that was UMG, and that was a long time ago, and you know, MLG is where you're supposed to show up and play good. And to be honest, I didn't play bad, but I didn't play good either. I just played average. You know, I wasn't playing like I wanted to win, and that's a problem. I always show up and I always give it my all, but this time, whatever happened, I just didn't give it my all. I didn't give it 110%, and I have no excuses. I just didn't play good. So the whole team didn't really play that well. It was a collective unit. No one really did their job. No one really called out or communicated. It just seemed like nobody wanted it that bad, and it was a really sad experience for me. And Clayster ended up getting second, the player we dropped, you know, go figure. So what I'm doing right now is trying to get on this team for COD Champs. He's my last resort. He's a great resort. I'd love to play with the guy. He went off in Dallas, you know. He was the superstar of MLG Dallas. He blew up after that event, and it was the worst decision because it potentially costed me thousands and tens of thousands of dollars by dropping that guy. I failed, you know. I shouldn't have done that. It was a really bad move on my part. I was the leader of the team. I should have said no. We're staying with Clayster. If you don't want him, then you could leave. But you know, it is what it is, and I have to move on. But this video is wrapping up. Make sure to like it, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Peace.